Hello, welcome to your online math course. I want to introduce myself. I'm Mr. Kuchma. I will be your teacher. And I wanted to create this video just to introduce you to the online atmosphere. I'm going to go over everything that you need to know so that the start of your journey is a good one. And I will be your guide on this journey, so I want to be here to help you as best as I can. And you've come to the right place. You're watching the course intro video. Way to go. My contact information is going to be below. You can send me an email. I respond to emails within a business day, so I try to give you really quick feedback. And I also have my Skype hours posted there, so you can come and see me on Skype, and I can get you started. You can send me a message. All that information is below. But getting started is great. By watching this video, you're going to know exactly what you need to do to get started. So that's going to be amazing. And what's awesome is that all of our online courses, especially in the math department, are very, very similar. So once you learn how to go through my math online course, you're going to know how to go through all of our online math courses if you do find yourself taking another one. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so welcome to Workplace Math 10 Online. At the very top of the course page, you will find all of my teacher contact information. So there's my email. You can send me emails anytime, and I'll reply to them within the end of the next business day. So I hope to provide really quick feedback by emails all throughout the school year. Here's my Skype ID that you can add me at, and these are my Skype hours. Right now, I'm recording this during the summer, so these are my summer Skype hours. But these will get updated throughout the course, or updated on the course throughout the school year. And then I don't have appointments. It's just first come, first serve. Add me on Skype and then send me a message during my Skype hours, and then I'll message you back. Sometimes I'm in a call already, so please don't call me. Simply message me and then I'll get back to you. And the Skype hours are great because I can offer help during those times. But there's also a mandatory Skype meeting right here where you do need to come and introduce yourself, and I want to meet you and help get you started. So if you're watching this, you'll be coming to see me on Skype soon. And then there's additional Skype help over on the far right hand side of the course, the TA Skype help schedule. And these are additional people who offer math help throughout the week if you need it. And they're a great supplement to my Skype hours because they have hours when I don't have them. So they're the same as me. You add them on Skype, you message them during their Skype hours. Please don't call them. And as you can see, this is where all of their Skype hours are. They're in 2-hour blocks, and you can message them as well. Next up on the list is the policies and procedures. This is where just information is stored about the course and how things are marked and the final exams and things like that. Please give that a read through. I'm not going to go through everything right now. That's going to be your first order of homework. And then the next big thing is the final exam. So final exams are different for our BCOS students and our HCOS students. So when you enrolled in this course, you're going to know if you're a BCOS, British Columbia online student, or an HCOS, Heritage Christian Online School student. And if you are a BCOS student, this is one of the final exams that you're going to want to sign up for. And you're going to want to schedule yourself to finish at one of these dates. And we'll do that in our Skype meeting when we do meet. I'll set up a pacing guide. And basically, it just shows the dates that we have them. So all throughout the school year, we have final exam dates. They're all on Saturdays, except for during the summer. Sometimes they are not on Saturdays, but all throughout the school year, they're on Saturdays so that it's not going to interfere with your school. And then we just want to make sure that you have all of your assignments handed in beforehand and all of your tests handed in beforehand as well. So there's little deadlines for each one of those. At the very bottom is the sign up, and sign up opens 3 weeks before the final exam and it closes 1 week before the final exam. So that's just for you to know that that's how that works. If you scroll to the very bottom, that's where the final exam little blurb is. So woohoo, you made it to the end. And if you're an HCO student, we'll talk about the final exam in our Skype meeting, but you'll need to email me directly. So coming back up to the top, the next order of business is the formula sheet. Definitely print this off. Have it available whenever you're doing assignments and lessons and tests. It's a very valuable resource that has a lot of quick info and formulas that you're going to want to be able to just have at a quick reference when you're working throughout the course. So print that out, and you will need a printer for the course so that you can print off things like that. Next are a couple help videos that I've created. Lots of students go through the online school and they have the exact same problems, and I know what those problems are. I've been teaching for quite a while now. So the first thing is that if you have a printer at home that does not scan, I recommend downloading the app CamScanner onto your smartphone. So everyone will have most likely a smartphone in the family, and what it does is it lets you just take pictures and it converts those right into a PDF. So please watch this video, it's really quick. And the other one that's really important is the how to compress PDFs. So once you've scanned in your work, sometimes your phone or your scanner will take really high resolution pictures, and then it creates this very, very large file that you try to submit, and it doesn't work. And it says your submission is too large. And if that happens to you, you can compress your video by going to smallpdf.com. I've got a link right here on the course page. And if you go there, the very first thing is compress your PDF. You click on that, and all you do is you just drag and drop your PDF right in there. If I go to my desktop, if I have a little PDF here, you pop it in, boom, it does this. I've already done some PDFs today, so it's making me start the free trial, but you won't have done a bunch of them, so it'll work for you. Next up is the choice of projects for this course. So we're going to go over 4 main things for Math 10. They are your lessons, they are your assignments, they are your tests, and they are your projects. So those are the 4 things you have to complete, and then at the very final or at the very end, you get the final exam. So I guess technically there's 5 things. So the project selection is done at the beginning of the year. And if you go there, there's a little quiz, and you have to choose 3 out of the 5. So I've already chosen 3 of them. The business manager, the landscaping, and the create a game. And they correspond to the graphing project, the surface and area and volume project, and the probability project. So you'll be able to choose whichever ones you want. And please only select 3, and then you hit finish attempt. And then once you've chosen the ones that you want to do, they will show up on the course page for you. The projects will not show up until you've made a project selection. So I'm going to leave, I'm not going to save them. And then if we go past the project selection, then we get to our first chapter. So now we're going to show you how to do the lessons, the assignments, and the test. You start with the lessons, and that's where you learn the content, and then you try the content and attempt what you've learned on the assignment. And once you've mastered that assignment, then you do the test and you move on to the next segment. So if I click onto lesson 1, it's going to log me into StudyForge, and StudyForge is where you're going to complete all of your work. There's a number of things to be done here. There's lots of navigation, and I'll just take this nice and slow so I can show you. At the top, you can click through any chapter that you want to. If you're looking through the different lessons, you can navigate which specific lesson you want to go through in this. So we're just going to choose lesson 1 for chapter 1. And you're going to need to print off your notes. There's a little thing here talking about the notes. So in this top corner here, there is the printer button, and it's going to default to only print off lesson 1. But we're going to want to click all of these and choose all 6 lessons. Then you can hit print preview, and you're going to print these off from your computer. And what you'll notice is that there's lots of notes already put there, but there's lots of fill in the blanks. And when you watch the videos, they're going to have all the fill in the blanks for this note package. So those are done in tandem. If I exit out of this and I go to the video, this is the next part that you're going to have to complete. And you can just see that it's a nice little course intro video. As you can go, there's going to be video 1, video 2, video 3, and video 4. And as you can see, they're all named different things. So that's the 4 videos that you need to complete for Chapter 1. And please note that I want you to be watching all of the videos and not skipping through them. That's going to be an important thing. Once you have watched the videos and you've taken the notes, you should be ready to try the practice questions. And those are just underneath here. And as you can see, there are 13 practice questions. I require students to do 5. Any 5 practice questions that you want to attempt. I do not require them to all be correct. I'm just looking to see that you're trying them and you're doing your best. So I don't recommend doing the first 5 just because sometimes the first 5 might be all similar questions. If possible, I suggest doing like a row. So like let's say 1, 4, 7, 10, and 13. Do 5 completely different practice questions. And you have a couple different options when completing practice questions. So you can do them online right here, which I'm about to show you. But if you're old school, you can pull out some paper, you can pull out your pencil, and you can just write these out on paper if that's the way you want to do them. Just make sure that you show which lesson they're from. So you can say lesson 1, I'm going to try question 2, ID number 12654, and you can do that practice question and do the next one. Some students like this, and that's totally fair. You don't have to work at them online. If you do want to work at them online, what's great is that anything that you show on this far right hand side here, I can see. So I will see your work here, and this question says plot the following points on the coordinate plane. So A, let me just erase all this because I don't need this. See ya. And so if you've got this is our nice little coordinate plane. -4, 5, the x value is first, so it's going to be over here, -4, and then it's up 5 to 5. So it's going to be right around here is going to be our a value. And then once you've put one in, or once you put them all 4 in, but I'm going to do 1, then you can click to see the answer, and I can see, yeah, number 4, it's up there, 4 units to the left, 5 units up. I got the answer correct. So woohoo, I can click the yes button. If for whatever reason you did not get the question right, that's totally okay. On the right hand side here is the orange solution button, and you can press that, and it's going to show you at the bottom the steps in order to get the right answer. So it's really important that you do the practice questions, and even if you get them wrong, just look at the solution and see what you did wrong so that you can learn from your mistakes. Like I said, this is not for marks. I'm just looking for completion. Did you do 5 practice questions, and did you show your work? Once you have completed that, you have completed the lesson, and if you go through and you do the next lesson, you can keep moving forward. So if I go to the, if I navigate back to the course page, underneath all 6 lessons, so once you've completed all 6, 5 practice questions from each one, which is 30 practice questions, then you can submit your work right here into the note package and practice question hand-in box. You're going to see that I grade you out of 10, and that they're worth 10% of your grades. 4 marks are for your note package. Did you fill it out completely? 3 marks are for your practice questions. Did you show your work? Did you do 5 practice questions from each lesson? And you get a grade for your videos. I want to see that you've watched all your videos, or at least more than 75%. If you're skipping through your videos, you're not going to receive full marks. And once you've scanned this all in, you add your submission here. This is definitely one of the assignments submissions where it could be over 5 megabytes. You might have a really large file, and then when you try to drag and drop, it's going to say, no, this is too large, and then what you need to do is you need to compress it down in size. So once you do submit this though, I'll get a notification and I'll be able to mark it. I usually mark note packages once a week, and sometimes twice, and the same goes for tests. I mark them about once or twice a week. So once you've done the lessons, you've learned the content, now you're ready to try the assignment. So when you go to the assignment is here, and you print this off, and you complete it. It's very simple. It's just print it off, complete it, submit it in. But it's important to show your achievement goal. We mark your assignment based on your achievement goal, so everyone gets marked differently. If you're just trying to pass the course, you just need this course to graduate, that's totally fair, that's totally fine. We're just looking to see that you've roughly got about half of the content completed. If you're trying to get an A+ in the course, you're a very different student. You're trying to ace this course, you want like 95% or more. And so when you complete your assignment, we're going to be looking to see that you're pretty much getting the entire thing correct. So please circle one of these so that we know how to mark your assignment. The assignments are pass or fail until you pass. So you can resubmit your assignment multiple times if you don't get it correct the first time, which is really great for students. So if you do need to do corrections, we're going to let you know, hey, you need to correct 1B, question number 5, and 7C. And then you have to just do those corrections, you resubmit it. Once we've seen that you've learned that, then you can move on to the test. The test won't be open until you get a certain mark on your assignment, and that's seen here. So the chapter test has these restrictions. You also can't do the test until you've completed your Skype meeting with me. Then, once you've completed the assignment, the test is next, and the test is a little bit different, a little bit new compared to the rest of the course. There's a timer on it, and it's going to be moving along as you work through it. It's all multiple choice, and you show your work on the worksheet. So if I click on the worksheet, it's really important to print this off and to work in pencil and show everything that you're doing. Never leave a question blank. What's great about the written work is that every question is out of 2 marks, and even if you've gotten the question wrong on the multiple choice, I can still give you part marks on what you've shown in the written work. So let's say you've shown most of the right work, maybe I can give you even like 1.5 marks out of 2. Maybe you've shown some of the right work, but not quite all of it. I can give you, 1 mark. And maybe you got the question wrong, but you had the question set up right, and you just made a mistake here or there. You might make even just a 1/2 mark out of 2. So it's always important to show your work. Never leave anything blank. If you do leave it blank, you're going to get 0 because you haven't shown anything. Also, please put your name and your date on your submissions. It's really important for me to know that it's your work. So always put your name and always put the date that you completed it on. Now, that is an entire chapter. So every chapter follows the exact same format. Some of them are shorter. So chapter 1 has 6 lessons, chapter 2 has 7 lessons. But then if you go to trigonometry, there's only 4. Central tendency, there's only 3. So there are 7 chapters to complete. And once you've completed them, you're done. You get to the final exam. That's exciting. So I will be here at the finish line, waiting for you to get here. But I just need to show you one more thing by going back to my teacher view to show you the project. So the projects is where you get to sort of see how this math is used in real life. So for instance, I'm just going to click on the first one for graphing. It's the Business Manager. There's a quick page blurb at the beginning that talks about what you need to do and the graphs that you need to complete. And if you look at the bottom, it's going to show you exactly how this is graded. So it's graded out of 10, and I'm just looking to see that you've completed the work, that you've done a good job, you've put some solid effort into it, and you've submitted it to me. There are 3 projects, like I mentioned, out of the 5 that are available. If you want to talk about that further, we can do so in our Skype meeting. We can talk about the 5 different projects. But that is the entire course. There's nothing else for me to show you. I look forward to meeting you on Skype, and best of luck as you guys go through the course. Remember that I'm only an email or a Skype call away. I won't know if you need help unless you tell me, so please make sure to do that. Other than that, best of luck.